Alright, so this is episode 3 called Loyalty to the King. Another Ice King episode. Haha. Yeah. That's right, an Ice King episode. And begins with an Ice King's castle. Finn and Jake is freeing the princess, and the Ice King mistakes her for breaking up with her, which obviously they're not dating. And then he's all sad and depressed, and he started going for a shave, and then next thing you know, he go out for exercise, and then Slime Princess comes in and started to grow some interest in the Ice King. So Ice King is called the Nice King, which is pretty clever. And so he put all the princesses in a cage, and Finn and Jake wanted to become nice for the Nice King. And so he went to talk to every princess. None of them are not suited well. And then Finn felt like something is wrong. Like he doesn't feel like this is not the right way to get engaged to a princess. And so the Ice King's beard almost spread out, and he told Finn to go to the Ice Kingdom in the castle to get a razor. And then Finn and Jake found out that the Nice King is the Ice King the whole time, and they add this little fight and tell the princess to reveal his true secret, that he's the Ice King the whole time. And the funny thing is that they beat him up. And Finn's like, that's what I call a close shave. And then Jake's like, oh, ho, ho. And that's the episode. That's the end of the episode. And you know what? To be honest, I actually really liked it. Actually, to be honest, it's actually pretty much, it's better than I remember it. First time I saw it. And I like how, to be honest, I think Ice King looks nice without the beard. You know what I'm saying?
I think he should.
Yeah.
But you know what would have been more cool?
What?
Like, instead of Ice King flying with his beard, like, he shouldn't do it with his beard. Like, I thought, like, he would have, like, some sort of magical power, like Starfire, Superman,
like,
at least to fly by himself.
Like levitation.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah,
I think it would have been better in that way. It would have not given the jig up.
Yeah, it would have been not. It would have been nice, but then again, that adds to the strength of his power, that his beard, the one that it can fly. And to be honest, you get to feel happy for the Ice King. Like you get to feel like oh no, you can't be with these princesses. You cannot solve it. But on the other hand, when you look at it in another way, you actually do feel happy for him that he finally get to be with the princess. But he took it in another direction. Like put him in the cage. He rejected all of them. Which normally, like in the season 1, in the 3rd episode, he tried to make a decision to pick which princess he should marry, obviously. But he revealed himself as the Ice King, and we all know the princesses don't like the Ice King, so it does make sense that he beat him up, and for toying with them, playing with the emotions. So that's pretty much more of a bad sign for the Ice King. So, and very much the focus on this episode is the Ice King. I mean, we have Finn and Jake, but practically when you think about it, the focus is on the Ice King. He's his episode is his story.
I gotta say, I like this episode because instead of always focusing on Finn and Jake, like Ice King for once have the most attention.
Yeah.
Of the characters.
Yeah.
But I think one way that it could have worked, if he wasn't screaming and yelling, like if he would have compressed the anger and find like a nicer way to talk.
Yeah.
It would have worked. It would have worked a little bit more.
Yeah, and that's what Finn was trying to do. Like, he tried to tell, he's the Nice King. He should be doing, nice things instead of, rejecting or being, rude or whatever. Yeah, I mean, it really shows that, just be nice to people. That's it. And to be honest, I liked it because, it focused on the Ice King because we all know our main characters, like Finn and Jay. They're our main characters. They're the focus. But there will be episodes in time that it won't focus on Finn and Jay. It's gonna be focused more on Princess Bubblegum or the Ice King or Marceline. So I think as the series progressing, because now we're in season 2, what each of them was gonna have their own story and their own story arcs and their own their own stuff. And this is one of them. This is very much one of them. And for the Ice King, it's like I said, it's funny. It's very funny. And like I said, they make it more of a sympathetic character.
And you know what I like about this? That both episodes, this one and the one before this one, it focused on the main focus was the Ice King.
Yeah.
And I think it was pretty well done, so that way people don't get bored. Like, let me guess.
Finn and Jake.
Finn and Jake.
But for Finn and Jake, it works though because Finn and Jake, they're not boring characters. They're still entertaining basically because of their personality. Because Jake is always funny, sticks with Finn, and Finn's like the heroic hero who will do good and everything. But sometimes an episode it will focus on Finn and Jake. Sometimes it could be just them separate individually. It could be Finn or Jake. Exactly. It could be both of them. And that's one of the shows, because not only this show, but in Hey Arnold, not only Hey Arnold, they focus more on Arnold, but they'll focus on other characters like Harold, Gerald, Helga, Rhonda, Sid. His friends and his family.
And that's what I like about it. Because it gives them more like an opportunity to express themselves and they tell you stories too, like the stories of how they grew up.
And it really much expands it. And another good show, Ren and Stimpy, when you look at it, sometimes it always focuses on Ren and Stimpy, but also there will be episodes that the story will be focused more on Ren, and the other episode will focus more on Stimpy, because there's one episode, like I said, Ren's toothache. The story is focusing on Ren, not Stimpy. Ren's the focus because it's called Ren's toothache. So it's very much more about him, about not brushing his teeth, whatever. So sometimes it expands like the personality. It extends it develops the character, And yeah, and mostly a lot of TV shows focuses on that. Even Gravity Falls, they do that. Most of every TV show, whether it's animated or live action, they do like these certain things. They develop the characters, especially in movies. In movies, it's possible, but it depends how you write them. Because when you write like a character, when you want to develop them, you have to take your time on building up what the character do. You have to make a character do something so they get something, and make the character accomplish something so they will develop more. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that's what was Ice King. So there's like a natural progression with the Ice King. Like they make it more sympathetic. So for this episode, I actually do like it. It's a very funny episode, and it's a funny episode. Like I said, the part where the princess beat up the Ice King is so funny. Like they just run to it like bam, 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 bam. Oh my god, it was really funny. But Ice King guys are kind. But like I said in the previous vlog, it doesn't make him bad. He doesn't know any better. That's it. He's just like a little kid. When a little kid do something wrong, he's not being bad. He just doesn't know any better. That's it.
Not that intelligent much.
Yeah. So
I think it's great. To be honest with you, when I first saw him, I didn't think of him much as a bad guy. To be honest.
Oh really?
No, I think just the way. In the episodes I've seen, he doesn't seem that bad.
Yeah.
He just do a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Like Tom and Jerry and mean weird stuff, but I don't see nothing bad in him.
Yeah, he's not being evil or diabolical.
I'm curious though. Who is gonna be the main villain for Adventure Time?
Yeah, I always wonder that.
Because so far I don't see any main villain.
Well, but to be honest, that adds up to the mystery and it adds up to the suspense and build-up. And that's what I like about it, because you don't need to show the villain right away. Because sometimes in other films or TV shows, the villain always remains a mystery. But sometimes you can feel the presence by simply how people talk about him or they mention him. It's like in the Lord of the Rings, like the main villain in the Lord of the Rings is Sauron. He's the one who creates the ring. But in the book, we never see the characters never see Sauron because he's been defeated, but everything else kept a mystery. But sometimes you can feel his presence by simply how people talk about it. You don't see Sauron. The only thing you can see Sauron is his eye. The eye is the only thing that kept Sauron alive. Same thing goes for Harry Potter, because in the first, second, and the third Harry Potter film, almost towards the fourth one, before the fourth one, we don't see Voldemort. We never see him. Everything else was kept a mystery, and wondered, who is he? What does he look like? When we see what he looks like in the first movie, but all throughout the entire movie, we never see him again. So there's a lot of suspense, but it wasn't until when the fourth one came in, we finally see what he looks like. It's his true form. So basically, St. Nicholas Revenge Time, there's not a lot of villains. It's just that there's a lot of suspense, a lot of tension.
I don't think there's any villains in Adventure Time. Maybe the monsters, but
yeah.
But to be like a human or vampire villain, I don't think there's none. Because Marceline's dad, first I thought he was evil.
Yeah, but
the vampire. What is he, like a vampire lord of the?
I would say vampire emperor. I would say.
Yeah, but he doesn't see much because he loves Marceline.
Yeah, he loves Marceline and everything. But in later episodes, we're gonna see that. Cause in later episodes, it's gonna explain a little bit more.
Hopefully.
So not to say, but any final thoughts?
Nope.
Oh, I got nothing either. So, folks, that's our thoughts on this episode. So, join us next time on episode 4, which I will not give away what's the name of the episode. You just gotta wait till it comes out. So,
nothing much, I guess.
So I guess we'll see you next time, and I'll see you on our next vlog. All right. So take care.
So take care.